How's it going, traders? Thanks for logging back in with Flowzone Trader. I hope you finished off your week strong on this Friday. I had a great day, just under $2,500 from 2 trades. And why was that? Because I was prepared, all right? I told you what I thought was going to happen over the last few sessions, and I even posted it last night on Twitter, the exact play I was looking for, and guess what? We got it. So this is what I posted on Twitter. And you need to be following me on Twitter if you're not already. At Flowzone Trader is my handle. I give out loads of free content on there, just like I do on YouTube. So before I show you the 2 trades, let's just get into the trading view chart and I can talk you through what I was looking at before we review the trades. So let's get into that right now. So here it is. Here is a trading view chart. This is an hourly chart and there's something I want you to pay attention to here, okay? I talk about it a lot. We have started tapering in these top channels, okay? The trend has gone from almost vertical to pretty much sideways, okay? And you will see today I was looking for this failure and retest of some of these levels to get heavy. Now, what else do we have here? We clearly built liquidity here for the left shoulder. We built liquidity here for the head, and we can potentially use some of this liquidity for the roll down into filling the gap, okay? That's what I'm looking for. We have imbalances down here. We have gaps on the ETF, so I can show you what they look like. Okay, these gaps right here are things I'm looking to get filled. So these right here are the gaps that I'm talking about, which I think will need to be filled before we have any decent extension higher, okay? Gaps love to get filled. So at the moment, all we're really doing is trapping bulls at the highs because smart money doesn't want to buy high, all right? It wants to buy low and rotate back up. So there's a good chance we at least fill one of these before moving back up. So I'm going to put this back on to extended hours now. Okay, so that's what I was looking for this morning, and as I talked about, I posted it on Twitter, the exact play I was looking for, where I was looking for it to dive into, and that is what I was prepared for. Now, on top of this, what else did we have? We had some clear levels of supply, like I've just marked out here, and of course we had these imbalances in here where we had these big engulfing moves. So we were expecting possibly some of these to get rebalanced before the move back down. So going into a lower time frame now. Okay, so I've marked out the open here with this vertical red line, and I want you to see what we did yesterday. We did this first fail. Look at this beautiful use of liquidity for a head and shoulder. Fail, pull back, continue to fail, and we came into that gap that I marked out for you, okay? And we held the top of this gap, and then overnight we have started grinding up. So a very similar thing to yesterday where all the buyers, all right, all the Asia London buyers overnight have just started grinding us up, and they're all comfortably in the money, no one taking out the market. Now the other things I was looking at are potential retracements of where I could potentially consider getting short. So we could go from here to the low, okay, and we came into this 61% fib this morning on the push. Further than that, if you wanted to go from the actual high created, we could also do that, and we were also into a premium range, right? So this is the high, come down to the low, okay, and this morning we were still in that premium range. So that was something I was looking at. I was instantly thinking, okay, this is our bounce to get short, and then where I have to consider where we might hold, of course, is this structure which we built overnight. Okay, this was a likely level for us to pull back to. Now, ideally, I'd want to see that level get heavy and us rotate down, but I'm not going to ignore structure, okay? Quite clearly, this was our breakout point, and this was a pullback into it. So I was looking for a rotation, at least into here, if not deeper, and if we stayed heavy, I was looking for us to come under, retest it, and then rotate down. And as if that was not enough, we had lots of levels of confluence. So here is my 5-day moving average. Now this was key for me yesterday, right? This blue line, we held it, and once we broke under it and tried a small retest, we failed. So today at the open, when we got stuck on it, this is the red line, the open, I was confident that we had a good chance of rotating down. And again, we had other confluence areas. So if we go for an anchor here, off this high, okay, we were into the same kind of area, all right? So this could have been used as an over-under, and on a smaller time frame, you will see how we built liquidity. Okay, the same thing I'm always looking for. We built this liquidity on the pullback, we extended, and then we used it, trapping underneath this anchor for the rotation back into a potential demand spot. So it's simple when you know how. It's really simple. So I sized up today. Why did I size up? Again, if I zoom out, I talked about this briefly. I will size up to my normal size or bigger size when I have higher time frames agreeing. So the higher time frame, the H1, we had broken below. Okay, so I was looking for a retrace and a new leg down. So that meant I could size up. All right, so if I was long today, I would have been using smaller size, and if I was short, I'm using slightly larger size because it's higher probability. So let's jump into those trades right now, and I will talk you through them. Before we go any further, you know that this is a new channel and I'm posting daily content for you, trying to help you grow your account and learn the setups that I look at every day, which are keeping me profitable. So if that's useful to you, do me a favor, it's free. Just like and subscribe to the channel, drop a comment underneath, let me know any subjects you want me to review, and tag a friend that you think this channel might help. Let's get into the trade. Okay, so into the first trade here, we're on a 3-minute chart. And on a lower time frame, on a 1 minute, I can see we've got heavy into supply with that old trend above us, and we're stuck around the 5-day. Okay, so I put one on here and I'm looking for that pull down into the pre-market low, which is the golden level. So I'm just looking to get some profit on the board early here to start my day, and then I can review and wait to see if we build that right shoulder. So there we go, first trade done, locking in $375 or so, and now I'm going to wait and see if we can push back up, which we've done here. So we did a big fail, we've driven back up, and it's starting to get heavy. So I've got 2 on here against an old imbalance, expecting it to whip down, and there we go, we get that pull down. I'm looking to add size now. I know we're heavy and I'm looking to add size and trend us down into some bigger higher time frame levels. So any pop up that fails here, I'm going to add on. So now I've got 5 on. I started at 2, I'm adding in, I'm building my position, looking for it to dive down under VWAPS. So I don't take much drawdown here. You'll see it doesn't want to move up because my core position is good, and in fact I add on again here, seeing it get heavy into an old imbalance, into an old area of demand, which is now supply. It's the underside of that left shoulder where it keeps driving up and keeps failing at. So it has one more attempt here and again gets stuffed. So I'm feeling pretty confident, but I would like to at least lock some profit in case I get it wrong. So I'm looking for this pre-market low, this orange level, for it to just come into, get one off there, and I'm going to wait now, see if it wants to trap longs more, see if it just wicks above an old candle high and comes back down. So there's my fib, just working out where premium, where the golden zone is, marking out an area of supply there. We move up into it and I add on. Okay, confident that this is going to wash and it's just a bear flag, building that Quasimodo right shoulder that I talked about on Twitter on a lower time frame, and I'm expecting lower prices. So I've got a limit to cover one there right at VWAP because I can see people keep coming in, and there we go, we get that massive flush and I take most of my position off there because that is an impulse move, locking in over $2,000 in profit on that one move down there. And now I'm going to hold my runner. So now I'm just working out, what can I get? Can I get a gap fill? Can I get the previous day close? What am I willing to risk? So I've got my stop just at VWAP and I'm going to let this try and work out. So either going to stop me out for a couple $100 extra, or I'm going to make $1,000 on this runner and it's going to wash down into the gap. So you're watching right now about 35x speed. So I held this for quite some time and it taps me out and I'm done.